Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out some more Tower of God, and I feel like we are about to get into some scary territory with Bam and his new powers, because he hasn't really used the needle that he has. Like he kind of sort of has in like little brief moments, but it's been unwrapped, which I feel like means something is about to go down, and we've already had some allusions to it doing its own thing regardless of Bam's input. So I don't know what that's gonna mean for this. We've already rescued our hostage. Showdown is now not being used as a human shield, so that's nice. We have Endorsi and Hats teaming up to fight. Rock is slowly but surely figuring out how to actually use his new spear. There are some good things happening at the moment. There are also some uncertain things creeping in the background. Some reveals, especially with the whole Emily thing that's been going on. Again, lots of threads that we could be focusing in on this, but I feel like we're going to see Bam contribute in some way to the fight that's happening. I'm just not sure if it's going to be safe for him, which makes me worry. But we're going to find out. So let's get into these chapters. All right, Bam, let's see how this is going to turn out. I hope the best. That's all I can say. He looks determined. He looks coherent. That's good. So we're actually dealing with him, hopefully. It has revealed itself. It does make me worry about how this is going to go. I love how Rock's always just like, are you okay? Are you fine? Please don't leave again. Like, the abandonment issues that Rock now has is adorable, but also a sweet little darling. Something's different. Probably because it's like, there's an actual, because it doesn't have the spirit in it anymore, like the, I don't know, consciousness that other needles do. So that's probably a difference. It could also be because it's like an actual needle, so the power level is different, or it's more in line with, I don't know, like the Shinsu and like the more, I don't know, spiritual side of it. I don't really know how to describe it, but like within like the actual like biology associated with the magic system. I like how it's just like no one there and it says jump. Oof. I think he'll probably be fine in terms of this fight. Like, I think that Bam's power level is probably okay. I am just still worried about him using this new ability that he hasn't actually figured out yet. Final showdown. I don't know if it'll be that easy to just like resume everything. Oh, is this when we were falling through the sky? Wasn't that a thing that was happening? Yeah, I was like, I forgot that we were falling. Nope. All of those I feel like are wrong descriptors. Like E rank, regular, rookie. I'm like, those are not the correct terms for what we're dealing with. Oh, is this the shadow thing we made a deal with? I don't know, like deserve, what do you mean deserve? Like someone who's been done wrong, someone who can use it correctly, someone who is already strong enough that they can use the power? Like what is deserve defined as? Because for me, when I think of someone deserving of power, I think of someone who is going to use it with the ultimate good in mind. Maybe that's just me being overly optimistic, but I'd like to believe that the people with power are the people who also are taking charge. And if you're in charge, you should be able to see like the greater good, which I think Bam is probably the right person for that. But if your idea is instead that someone should already have an inherent strength to them, I mean, maybe Bam still fits that criteria, but it's definitely different from what I'm thinking. Oh, it follows you around. Gosh, the lighting choices, the color choices, just I will continue to brag about the artwork. Even when people give me comments telling me that I should stop talking so much about it, I won't. Oh, wait, no, we stopped it, right. Sorry, I should be also paying attention to the story. I will not talk about the artwork at the detriment of paying attention to the story. Did we figure out something? Is it because he is the needle and the power therein? Or is he just doing that thing where he's super clever and he figures out people's power sets really quickly? Ooh, dang, okay. Good thing you stopped before the edge. It shouldn't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Is it the needle though? Like, is it a power that the needle has? I know they're probably gonna explain it to me in a minute, but is it the power that the needle has? The fact that it's just so powerful? Or is it because Bam is really quick about analyzing what someone's strategy and power is and adapting super quickly to that? Or all of the above? Something in the needle? But what in the needle? Because we know it's not supposed to have like an actual, like, again, like spirit entity, conscious thing in it, like the other ones have. Godlike power in the tower seems like a bad thing to be advertising. I'm just saying. I feel like a lot of people are gonna have a problem with someone like Bomb having godlike power. If he's chosen, does that change something? I didn't think of that too, of like the exhaustion of it. Like I was thinking of, is he going to be able to, in general, be able to take this power and control it enough to be able to use it in an efficient way? But it's also probably like a physical toll, because again, like Shinsu and like the power system in this series is very much linked to people like physically. It's not just the like, can he physically contain the power that the needle gives him, but also if he does use it, how much of his own strength and willpower is involved in just trying to keep it tamed enough that he can channel it in an effective way. Wishes again. Undeserving, how do you know? Qualified, okay. So for you, deserving is about like having some kind of qualification. Okay, so this is like a god thing, which again, Tower of God, lots of images of people being a god, and Reflectio here saying like, you're not my god, so you don't deserve that power. Whereas there are probably other people who do see Violet as potentially their god or their savior, or someone who can fulfill whatever it is that they desire. Will probably be quite happy that he has this godlike power. Again, I feel like I would prefer if people don't know that Bomb has this much power, because people are already manipulating him and hunting him down. I feel like this is just gonna make it worse. Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be your god, so oof. I don't know if we need to insult him though. People are pretty protective of their belief systems. I love the like purple and the red. Look at Goon helping out. Oh, he's full size now. Let's go. Seriously fighting now. I do appreciate that like Rock is like, everyone is some form of turtle, but the moment that you call him a crocodile, he's like, how dare you refer to me as something that I am not. Nice. I like them doing a combo attack. Look at the eye quail, him being like, no, I'm not. And I think that that's like, it's not just kind of funny in this. I find it to be like him saying you're being kind of contrary, but I think also Bomb in this moment is saying, as we've been leading up to with a bunch of the previous chapters, of him saying, I'm not gonna let you decide who I am anymore, right? Like he's not gonna let Foog or anyone else tell him who he is or what he should be doing or how he should be living his life or what his purpose is. He's going to determine that for himself. And he probably hasn't figured it out yet. He probably hasn't thought it all the way through, because a lot of this season so far has been him feeling lost after the end of season 1 about what he is even going after anymore, because he had such a clear vision of what he wanted before that. But now it's him saying, I'm okay with kind of being lost for a little bit, because if I have my friends, then I'm willing to at least go through the journey and figure it out and have that autonomy and make my own decisions. I like how we just have all these little asides of like everyone going, what is happening? And Dorsey's a little unhinged, but that's okay. Woof. That is heck of an attack. Are we gonna see what's under the mask, or are you just going to leave it as an open-ended thing? Like everyone's like unbelieving faces. Is it because Dorsey just team rocketed right into the middle of the stadium? So what we're confused about? I like how they're like, the tournament isn't happening anymore. Why are there still things happening? This was never about the tournament, was it? Keep up. That's a shame. It's just like, I guess it didn't work out. Wait, where are we going? Is this the... Wait, what do you mean farewell where it will fulfill it? What was the wish? What was it? We took all these little sides to be like hinting at things. I want the full story. I mean, is he all right? Yeah, I feel like he probably is having trouble. I mean, he's injured and he hasn't had to try and use his power yet. This is his first time. So he's probably a little bit worn out and doesn't really know what he's doing. But I mean, winging it seems to have worked out all right so far. He doesn't usually have like a plan. I also wonder what will happen, but like maybe we do some training before we test out any theories. No, they're not good. See, that was my thought too. I'm like, couldn't I be on like the same wavelength of now that he has this power? Like it was hard enough to get people to leave Bomb alone, Violet. Like to let him just do whatever he wanted and to not get wrapped up in all of this was difficult enough. Now that he has this godlike power, no, they're not gonna just let him walk out of here because he has the needle now. Like not only is he an irregular, not only does he have his own power in his own right, not only does he have these connections to all these different people, but now he has this weapon and they know that he can use it. So he is like a weapon in and of himself, and people aren't just gonna let that walk away from them easily. So I think it's gonna be a bit of a battle out of this tournament. Ooh, okay. Yeah, his eyes are a little bit scary. The pretentiousness though of like if you're someone who believes in a god and then you're saying that the god can make mistakes and that you are then the one who should be correcting those, sir, I think you need to be humbled a little bit. It's like sewn shut, but it's like painted over or something. That's terrifying. Was that the price to pay? I don't know. The shadow power seems to be something that he made a deal with like right before coming to the workshop battles, as opposed to whatever is happening with his eyes. Oh, okay. This has to do with the princesses of Jihad. Okay, so that was why we had the reference before he said like power and beauty to the unqualified. I was wondering about that. I was wondering why beauty was included in that, but it must be because of this. So power refers to Bomb and the needle, and then beauty refers to who? Yulia? One of the princesses of Jihad? Have we met her? Maybe in passing. I can't remember off the top of my head though. Oh, okay. No, this is... We massacred? Okay, sure. So it was like he saw her. I don't know if I want to say fell in love, because I don't think love at first sight really exists, but I think you can be like attracted to someone at first sight. I think you can be intrigued by someone at first sight. I don't know if love is something that you can experience with just seeing someone as opposed to like actually learning about who they are, but maybe that's just me, the romantic in me perhaps. So saw this person, became enamored with them, and their response to that was to kill off his entire tribe and steal his eyesight. I can see how that might mess you up. Yeah, I feel like the shocked expressions is right. That's a lot. Yeah, y'all better get out as soon as possible. Oh, was that the desire? That's sad. I don't know if threatening the other members of Foog or teammates or whatever is really gonna have the effect that you think. It's not the same for them, I don't think, as it is for like Bam and his friends. Like if you threaten with them within that group, then yeah, that may be effective, but I don't know if it translates to the others. Are we breaking the fourth wall with talking about like character and motivations and stuff? I do like the logic there of like, it's fair, you have hostages, so we get hostages. That's how it works. I don't know, I feel like he's gearing up for something. I feel like them admitting like, oh, we lost this time is also making me nervous. Like they're gonna come back in a way that is very troublesome and dangerous. Yeah, they need to like get a move on real quick. Is Endorsey gonna show up with the whole teleporting ability thing? Because that would be helpful. Yeah, I think that's the point, Kun. I think that is the outcome that he's looking for. Definitely a plan. Yeah, there's some other stuff happening. I forgot that like the other members were just like running around trying to find people. So you better find like Teddy Bear and all of them. No pressure though. Aww. The whole like smiling thing. I love how so many of them are like, we just want to see Bob smile. Cause same, he's such a cutie pie though. Like, I just want him to be happy. Are we gonna be friend or foe? Okay, so we're not here to fight. I was like, cause she kind of worships Violet. So maybe she'll help out. She still kind of freaks me out though. The whole like fanatic thing makes me uncomfortable. You definitely cannot trust her. But that doesn't mean that she's technically lying to you at this moment. Just, you know, keep tabs. Like both their shocked faces. I mean, we're on a time crunch. So if you don't succeed, you're gonna die anyway. So you might as well do a Hail Mary and see if she can help you. But also don't trust her. Keep an eye. Look at Bomb's face. I think there's just like, yeah, we have another problem. There's like the back and forth between Kun and Shibitsu. It's just like, we have a new problem. Oh, so we're just doing this like on foot. Okay. The frantic energy of this of like, I don't know what we're doing, but we're just gonna keep going. Where's Lororo? Didn't he have a ship of some kind? Oh, okay. Did I just conjure that? I just like noticed. I'm like, wait, is that our guy right there? Because those are our other teammates. Oh, so is this our Quant? Also, we're talking about Urek, which makes me nervous. Okay, we're noticing. Did no one call for their ride? Am I the only one who remembered that Lororo had the getaway vehicle? Because sometimes I forget important details, but this time I didn't. That was so frantic there at the end of them just being like, I don't even know what's happening, to the point where like, it almost felt like parts of it were rushed. And I know some of that is probably to like fit things into the chapter. And I also know that the author at the time, I think during this people have told me was doing the mandatory military service, so there's probably also a time crunch there, like only so much time that he could spend on putting the chapters together. So I could understand like trying to get through some stuff pretty quickly for that as well, but just like them frantically being like, oh, we have this problem, and now we have this problem, and we've heard from this person, and we can't use this anymore, and like we just need to like keep going and try to get everybody and get out, and like just the rapid flipping back and forth between all of them, and all just kind of like running around, like you could feel the frantic energy building up and building up, which after, I feel like some parts of it like slowed down a little bit because we were kind of developing out characters and motivations and things like that, to just have this like huge build, and then hopefully we're going to get out of here okay, especially since the Roro's like job on call is to be the getaway driver. So hopefully he's going to come to the rescue and get them out of there. We have the other members of this new like ultimate team with all of the people coming together. Be interesting to see how that dynamic works out and where we're going to go from there, because I feel like we're going to end up meeting up with Urik and maybe figure out how to use this needle and other abilities and training and stuff, but also the dynamics of like all of these people from these different places that are all connected to Mom coming together and figuring out that new dynamic. And now that they're together and there's some pretty significant power sets within that, what does that mean for like the target painted on them? Because it's not just with like Bomb, who has this huge power now. I was saying like he's his own weapon in his own right now. It's not going to be easy for him to just continue on the way that he has up to this point. Like he can't just walk away from Foog normally, let alone walk away with all of this power, and now everyone else is taking notice of him. It's like a very public stage where this is all going down. That just him alone is going to be enough of a target, let alone all of them coming together and the like potential and power that they have as a full group. And I'm sure that they're going to step on the toes of some important people, because they do seem to be a little bit rebellious, and that things are going to change now in the way that the different floors and the tower has worked up to this point because of just their mere existence, let alone what they may actively do to change that. So I feel like things are really going to shift as we continue on. Obviously not right away, but I can see the potential for the kind of impact that this group is going to have on everything around them. And like I'm seeing it as like from the negative of like who they're going to antagonize, but I think there's also the flip side of it of who they're going to inspire, because we've seen some of that with just Violet and like the concept of him and how that has inspired some people, even with like the Princess Jihad, right? Like you have like Endorsi and like people kind of her like being a celebrity in her own right just because she's a princess of Jihad, let alone if they start to kind of rebel against the system. We know lots of people aren't happy with how the towers run and the different floors, and if there's this group that is opposed to the normal systems and the great families and is also strong enough to hold their own against that, that could probably bring in quite a few people, you know, to the same point of like Foog going up against the great houses. They have brought in some people who like don't necessarily believe with like the ideology of Foog or like what it represents, but they do want to just oppose the systems that are out there and the people that are in power, so they join up with that group because it gives them that potential. Same thing is probably going to happen with Bomb and his friends, so I can see them being this huge shift in everything that's been going on. But at the moment they're just trying to make it from 1 minute to the next, honestly. Like it could be a little bit overwhelming, but I hope you enjoyed reading that along with me. You can click Let's Plays to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!